How do you say the last part?
Every story has a beginning and an end.
But when E's followed by an A or I?
But sometimes we need a little boost to get us there.
We'll get to this part in a second.
At Neil Armstrong Elementary in Bettendorf,
How would you say POL?
nearly 20 volunteers from Alcoa are helping fourth graders turn a new chapter on their outlook on reading by taking a day out of their week to read with them.
What this does is give the students a model of a fluent reader. So the adult is reading to them, and they're getting that really focused one-on-one opportunity to hear a fluent reader.
13 to 10 before.
Our fourth graders have, at this time, the most number of students who are non-proficient in reading of all the grades in our building.
For Brandon Chase,
Guess who coached for the Raiders? John Madden.
it's a chance to flip back a few chapters to when he was in fourth grade.
When I was in elementary school, I had a lot of people that were helping me out, and it helped me succeed, so I try to give back as much as possible.
1952. I saw that.
All right.
But through the Read With Me program,
Cholesterol.
he's found a friend.
He's the little man.
And as the little man learns more,
Carbide.
he begins feeling more like the big man.
Did you get to catch any sports this last weekend anyways?
And our story ends where theirs is just
Right.
beginning. Shane Simmons, WQAD, News 8.
And this one.
The echoes of footsteps resonate through Starved Rock State Park
Just watch your step on the ice here.
as four friends
Must use the guardrail.
defy the human body's boundaries.
And I've got a safety line hooked to me. How's it looking? I think we're good.
This is Wildcat Canyon, 120 feet tall. It's a stairway to the sky.
Looks good. The ice is awesome up here, I'll tell you. Getting closer here.
It's probably the most physically and mentally challenging thing I've ever done.
With one swing of an ice pick, it begins.
Takes a little endurance. Sometimes you just got to drop your hands and shake them.
With every step, Dave Everson tirelessly climbs higher and higher, holding but two ice picks and trust for his partner more than 80 feet below.
You trust the rope, you trust your partner.
He aims for the summit.
Good climbing, good climbing.
You're coming down. It's just awesome. There's no feeling, no adrenaline rush quite like it. It's stepping up to a challenge.
We're not going to stop till we physically cannot do what we're doing.
Sometime in
we
our
are
90s.
not going to stop.
A challenge that only visits when conditions are just right.
This has been the best winter in a long time.
But for Joel Taylor, it's more than just the climb.
I'm just amazed at how ice forms. Okay, this thing can form and it can melt away. Next time it forms, it's totally different. It's totally different.
And so is each climb.
Climbing.
Climb.
For me, just being able to get on the ice, get my tool, get my feet in, and accomplishing a climb is what makes me feel good.
The unexpected rush.
Coming down.
You're dodging a piece the size of a microwave that falls off and comes flying past you.
Look out, big ice. You're hanging on one tool pops, the other tool catches, both pop, and you're hanging on your... It's crazy.
And it's scary, but these men see no fear.
This is the part I worry about up here. How much this is going to hold.
The climb is their calling.
Okay.
Their stories.
You're banging and banging and banging. You can't get that
popping
tool
off
in.
dinner
And your
plates flying
feet,
at
your
you.
crampons are skating all over the place. And
Never ending.
That was the most fun thing I've had all year.
Don't be mistaken. This isn't about climbing an ice canyon.
from the ice.
It's much more than that. Something that can't be touched or an ice pick can't pierce.
And everyone just kind of lives and breathes the same passion.
Because memories with friends is something even Mother Nature can't stop. And these men's stories will live in this park far past winter. There's a place in north central Illinois where sunshine and solitude are in full supply. Just listen. The only chatter you'll hear at Starved Rock State Park is the bickering of birds. And the occasional buzzing bee.
It's so nice
That's why Rita and Alan Trendler come here.
Yesterday, I think I must have walked up and down 1,000,000 stairs.
They're avid park-goers who say Starved Rock offers a rural yet majestic experience.
The ruralness of the roughness of the buildings, I like that. It's like, reminds me of Yellowstone National Park.
From the rock formations that shape the steep canyons to the picturesque views.
Oh, you can see the
What is
Illinois
that?
River.
Starved Rock is a tranquil getaway.
When you don't talk and you're by yourself, there's no noise. You hear some birds.
You have enough of that in the city, and then where we are, everybody close together. That's why you want to come out here where there's not noise and a lot of people.
But some fear that quiet may soon pack its bags and head out. And frac sand mining will move in. LaSalle County has been a hot mining spot for years, and in January 2012, the county approved of allowing the St. Louis-based mining company Mississippi Sand to begin mining on an 80-acre pit that lies against Starved Rock. But plans have been just crawling along.
There are a set of safety regulations along the entire stream of both production and use of the sand.
Mark Densler is the Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of the Illinois Manufacturers Association and says the sand in LaSalle County is some of the best in the country and is high in demand.
Hydraulic fracturing is an amazing new technology.
Hydraulic fracking essentially works like this. Large amounts of water and some sand and chemicals are pumped deep under the Earth's surface at an extremely high pressure. That pressure forms tiny little fractures in the rock deep down in the Earth's surface. That's where natural gas or oil is released. That's where frac sand comes into play.
So it goes down, it's used as a proppant to essentially make sure that the fissures stay open while the oil and gas matriculate to the wellbore and then come up.
And Densler says mining will bring good paying jobs to LaSalle County. Well, a group here in Chicago has filed a lawsuit against the Illinois Department of Natural Resources because they say, well, we don't know exactly what kind of damage mining could do to the area.
It's our Grand Canyon.
Lenore Beyer-Clow is the policy director of Open Lands in Chicago and says the Illinois Department of Natural Resources didn't do a thorough review of the effects frac mining could have being so close to Starved Rock.
We really thought that this was important to protect that resource and make sure that adequate protections were in place. We think there can be significant pollution going into the waterways, the air pollution from the dust and from the mining itself, the truck traffic that'll be increased. There's a lot of different type of issues here.
Issues that Beyer-Clow feels could deter Starved Rock's 2 million yearly visitors and have a detrimental impact on the local economy.
I mean, if people decide, why would I ever go to Starved Rock again if I have to deal with this on my way in or out?
But the development side doesn't see mining affecting the park.
I don't think the truck traffic's going to be excessive. Again, this has been occurring there for 150 years.
Leaves are pretty, starting to change, really pretty.
But for those like the Trendlers,
what noise would this involve? Is it just digging into the soil, into the earth, or is it exploding with dynamite to get at the sand?
they want to ensure that their getaway stays just how they like it, quiet. Shane Simmons, WQAD News 8.